my dears, as you can probably tell by the title, or maybe you just clicked because you were just so excited to see my beautiful face that you had to watch it. I don't know. This video is going to be about alcohol and subsequently addiction, because those two things, so just content warning for that. I also want to say that the drinking age in Italy, where I am right now, is 18, so I am of age here. Just saying. Also, that's why we're talking about it, because there is a lot of alcohol around me, and so I've been thinking about it a lot. But also, in the vlog that comes out on Monday, you're going to see me try alcohol for the second time ever. I hope that that clip brings you joy. But anyway, I'm telling you this because I'm going to talk about autism and alcohol from a things I've heard from other autistic standpoint rather than a personal one, because I do not drink for medical reasons and also personal choice, which is super valid if you are also like that. But it's also valid if you like to drink. I'm going to stop giving really weird disclaimers and actually get into the important bits of the video. Let's just talk about the thing. Great. Okay, so for those of you who think that autistic people are wholesome and, perfectly unproblematic people who do nothing but eat chocolates and watch Disney movies in their free time, quick reminder that autistic people also drink, smoke, and have sex, and all of that good stuff. Great, good talk. Now, for a lot of autistic people, drinking and being drunk make them feel less autistic. Obviously, there is no such thing as less or more autistic, but I mean that alcohol affects sensory processing in a way that makes autistic people perceive the world in a more neurotypical manner. For example, alcohol slows down processing times and dulls a sense of taste and smell and can cause numbness to the extremities, which can be a temporary relief for people constantly living in sensory overload. It can also be a form of self-medication for anxiety and other mental health issues, as well as help those struggling with social anxiety to step out of their shell a little bit more. Many people say that they're able to mask better and for longer, and as a result continue to drink in order to make and keep friends. And drinking can be safe, fun, and responsible. Don't get me wrong. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know that. That's just kind of what I've been told. And it's totally okay to want to experience these things, but it can also get really dangerous really quickly, because according to a 2017 study, this may not surprise you, autistic people are twice as likely as neurotypicals to be at risk of substance abuse. Also, one of the major diagnostic criteria for autism is hyperfixations, and we have a major tendency to have comorbid addictive conditions, so it makes complete and total sense. Also, we really like repetition and routine, and when that routine involves alcohol, especially when that is used to minimize social anxiety, that is really, really difficult to break. Yes, so just do with that what you will. Just keep it in mind, please, and thank you. Also, it's important to mention that a lot of inpatient therapies and stuff like that are not made specifically for the autistic mind and not necessarily helpful or productive. I talked about that in my eating disorders video, which you can check out wherever it is linked, so that is also an issue. But anyway, what can you do to make sure that you're drinking responsibly? Goodness, I sound like Mama Sid. First of all, make sure that you are friends with people that you enjoy hanging out with whilst also completely sober, because friends you can only hang out with when they're drunk maybe aren't the people that you want in your life. And I know that when you have no friends and that's your only option, it feels like it's worth making that kind of sacrifice. But I need you to trust me when I say that better friends are coming, and you need to please keep yourself safe and surround yourself with people who love you 24/7, not just for a little snippet of time. Second of all, if you know that you have addictive tendencies or that they're in your family, tell your friends at the bar to cut you off at a certain point. One of my friends only buys one bottle of wine at a time so that they don't drink any more than that in one sitting. That also works. Knowing your limits and setting boundaries is hella important. Also, eating a lot before and or while you drink and staying hydrated to the best of your ability is also important. I really sound like a lecturing mother. I am so sorry. Also, it's important to mention that a lot of autistic people have various disabilities and comorbidities with autism, so make sure that alcohol can safely mix with the medications that you may be on and see how it affects your disabilities before imbibing, so you don't, accidentally kill yourself, because I like you alive. I hope you like you alive, but I definitely like you alive. For example, my medication shouldn't really be mixed with alcohol, but if I take the medication in the morning and drink late at night, it's fine. Just have to be careful on the other end. But at the same time, I have chronic migraines and have had them since I was 10, so I live in a constant hangover state. Why would I want to chemically induce that? And that is why I don't drink. Also, alcohol-related trauma, but we don't need to talk about that. And now that I am surrounded by alcohol all the time and with people that I feel comfortable with, I'm actually doing a little bit better, so that's a big deal for me. Just want to give a quick shout out. But anyway, the moral of the story here is that you, as an autistic person, or your autistic friends, whatever, are more likely to have drinking go wrong or happen for the wrong reasons. So please be aware of that. Please be responsible with your alcohol consumption and take care of yourselves and your friends and your partners and everybody else as well. I sound like an actual mother lecturing you about alcohol. I'm just gonna make this video end. The tone of this whole thing was super bizarre. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. Remember, your story isn't over. It has only just begun. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.